beautiful table set up in that back corner. Paul taught me that trick almost exactly a year ago, the last time that ICIC held an alumni event here in Baltimore. So Myra, you can tell Paul that a year later I'm still using that trick and it works like a charm every single time. Hello everybody, welcome, welcome. Thank you all so much for coming out and joining us today. On behalf of ICIC, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to our annual alumni networking event here in Baltimore. It always feels like a bit of a family reunion when we all come together here in Baltimore because we have so many program alumni and ecosystem partners in the region. And today I'm so happy to be able to welcome so many new faces, so many new friends. So thank you all for coming out. For those of you I haven't met, my name is Nadia Larasati. I am the Director of Data Strategy and Innovation here at ICIC. And my favorite part of my role is that I oversee ICANN, which is ICIC's alumni network. Many of you in the room today are an alum of an ICIC program. Some of you are an alum of multiple ICIC programs, whether that's Inner City Capital Connections, Building for Growth, Black in Business, 10,000 Small Businesses, Inner City 100. Our alumni network is vast. It is comprised of over 8,000 businesses across the US and Canada. Over 500 of those businesses are right here in the Baltimore, DC area. 2 nights ago, we hosted an alumni event in DC. Fantastic crowd there as well. And we had a welcome speaker there, Bo McKeedy. Some of you may know him, CEO of the McKeedy Group, a real estate firm based in the DC area, one of our Rockstar alumni. So he delivered remarks at that event, and he said something that really stuck with me because I think it exemplifies why we all come together like this. He said, "None of us can succeed alone. We are all special, but we are not all unique." He talked about the power of relationships, of collaboration, of partnership, that you might be having a challenge in your business that someone else in the room is also experiencing. You might have a great idea that someone else in the room can help amplify, and that we should never underestimate how far one connection can take us. And I say that because 75% of ICIC alumni end up doing business together, end up working together. And that is why we host these events. So you can all meet each other, you can all reconnect, you can all explore opportunities to collaborate. So thank you all for coming out. So we've got a fantastic lineup of speakers today, of which I am literally the least important. So I'm gonna try to make my remarks very brief. And I'd like to hand it off to our first welcome speaker, but before I do that, I'd like to say a couple of very important thank yous. First and foremost, I would like to thank our sponsors. I'd like to start with M&T Bank. Tonight is a very special night because many of you in the room are also alumni of M&T programs. M&T offers a whole host of resources and programs to help small businesses grow and thrive. And we are so thrilled to be able to bring together ICIC's alumni network and M&T's alumni network here tonight. M&T has been a longtime supporter of ICIC's, and I know many of their team members are in the room with us tonight. I'd like to take a moment to recognize a couple folks from M&T, especially Kimberly Austin and Herschel Waits. The two of you have been truly instrumental in putting this event together, and I want to thank you for your support. I'd also like to thank Jim Peterson and Greg Smith. You have been stalwart supporters of ICIC over the years, and we are deeply grateful for your partnership and your support. Next, I'd like to thank Kaiser Permanente, another longtime supporter of ICIC's. In fact, over the last 7 years, our partnership with Kaiser Permanente has served over 2,500 businesses nationwide. And all of you in the room who are ICIC alumni are also Kaiser Permanente alumni, because Kaiser made it possible for us to run and expand the programs that we offer across the country. You'll be hearing from Laura shortly. Where's Laura?
I'm over
there. There you are, Laura. I'd like to thank you and your colleague, George Leventhal, who was with us 2 days ago, for your partnership and your support. So you'll notice around the room, around the perimeter of the room, there are a ton of partner resource tables. This is a great opportunity for you to learn about the resources available to you in your community. So if you haven't already, please, I encourage you to stop by every single one. I'd like to recognize one partner of ours in particular that has a table here today, and that is the Mayor's Office of Small and Minority Business Advocacy and Development. Just want to give a big shout out to Myra Blanchard and her team. They have been longtime friends and supporters of ICIC as well, and just want to thank you for all that you do. All right, next, I'd like to thank our Baltimore Alumni Steering Committee, who are the leaders of the Baltimore Alumni Chapter and played an instrumental role in putting this event together. From picking the venue, pretty sweet venue, if I say so myself, and helping to get the word out. So I know a lot of them are in the room here today, so I'm just gonna list those members. When I call your name, please raise your hand. Sharon Pillai, Ian Marriott. I know Ian's here, you're gonna be hearing from Ian shortly. Nick Sweeney. Nikki Oyefeso. David McDonald. I did see David earlier. Yashia Israel. And Michael Ajomole. So I hope you'll all get a chance to meet our steering committee members tonight. On that note, we are always looking for additional folks to join our Baltimore Steering Committee. This is a great leadership opportunity, so if you are interested in that, there is a table outside with a sign-up sheet, so I encourage you to do that. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker. Please join me in welcoming Greg Smith, Executive Vice President and Business Banking Market Manager for the Greater Baltimore and Chesapeake Market from M&T Bank.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Well, welcome to our event. This is really exciting. I was talking to Nadia, and a few years ago when I was in the DC market, I was part of the ICCC program, and I was doing some coaching to small businesses. And that led into doing some financial seminars and work with the BFG and some other programming. And I know Kim and I and Jim, well, they did all the work. I was the one with my camera turned off with the AirPods in, trying to get the kids out of the bath while I was like, well, and your credit score, and you got to, trying to insert myself there. But, we have a passion here at M&T. I've been with the bank for 20 years, and I love our commitment to small businesses. And it's not just the banking products and services, but it is you look back at like the PPP loans. At one point, we were leading the country, in our commitment to PPP loans to our small businesses. We are the #1 SBA lender in most of our core markets and #9 nationally, and we're only present in 11 states. So we've had a commitment to small businesses for our entire existence, and it's not just about the relationship with the businesses, but we can provide the banking services and products, but it's about the networking. And you talked about the power of the relationship. When we started talking about how we can do an event together, ICIC has about 350 alumni in this market. We have about 350 alumni in this market from our accelerator programs. You guys are really good at the acronyms. We need to get an acronym for our programs, like M&T AAN, like the M&T Accelerator Alumni Network, something like that. We need to get some branding there. But it's the power of the collective, and business owners are dealing with the same challenges as other business owners. So it's so important for you all to meet. Hopefully, we can do more of these events, and you can. People will hopefully do business with each other. Maybe there'll be some acquisitions. You never know. But just bringing everybody together in an event like this is so special and so rewarding for all of us. So all the M&T people, raise their hands. If you have any questions, oh wow, we show up in force. We're an army. But a huge round of applause. Thank you for everyone. And the amount of planning that went into this event is incredible. I was telling Herschel, he sent me some talking points a few days ago, and I went to print them out today. And I printed out 22 pages because it was every single email from all the planning sessions. And so that's the amount of work that goes into it. But hopefully this is the first of many events like this. And, you know, I want to now introduce, we call him the professor at the bank, Jim Peterson. He is the one that is teaching a lot of our programming with the accelerator programs, which we've done in Howard County, Baltimore City, you know, Montgomery County, Prince George's County, Frederick, and hopefully we can continue to open up more of these programs.
Hartford in the spring.
Hartford in the spring, hopefully. So it will happen. No, hopefully. No tentative language. We will do it. But it's really exciting because, again, that's our passion. And at the end of the day, it's the education, it's the connection, and it's just fun. So without further ado, Jim Peterson's going to go into a little bit more detail about his classes.
Just a little.
So just fair warning, if you ever attend one of his classes, cameras on, if you're not paying attention, he will call you out. And he runs a tight ship. So really proud of what he's done for the bank and very thankful. So Jim Peterson.
Thank you, Greg. And can we give a hand out for Kim and Herschel, man? Because I am so glad I didn't have to put this together. There's a lot of work involved with this. These accelerators are enough. So I'm Jim Peterson. I've been with the bank for going on 5 years now. And if you know me, you know that small business is my passion. Not too long ago, I was just like all of you sitting in these seats, trying to figure things out, right? Look for somebody that can help you and of course, get some money from somewhere. And that's what we tried to do with our accelerator program. Back in 2018, 2019, when I was working for the mayor's office with Paul Taylor, we were sitting around, ICIC was coming to town, and Goldman Sachs was coming to town. And what we wanted to do was have a program that would prepare people to be in one of those programs, right? We wanted to create an on-ramp for these programs because, you know, Goldman Sachs started at that time at 100,000 and 3 employees, and a lot of the folks that we were touching weren't anywhere near 3 employees, and you know, most of them were under $50,000 in startups, right? So we wanted to make sure that we had a program. We put together a 10-week, an idea for a 10-week program where we would not only teach people the things that they need to know to build a good foundation, but introduce them to the folks that can help get them to where they needed to be. Because oftentimes, I don't have to tell you, the difference is who you know, right? You know what you need, you just don't know who can get it for you. So our program introduces you, like ICIC, it's about relationships. The best part of all our programs is what we're doing here tonight. The fact that you're going to be able to sit next to somebody and that relate to the same issues that you're having, right? And you build those relationships, you get some good information, and hopefully those relationships will last for years to come. So I'm not going to hold you too long. I just wanted to grab the mic because they told me to. And if anybody needs any more information about our program, I'm happy to touch base with you a little later on. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg and Jim. And yeah, just to put an exclamation point on that, please, everybody in the room, take advantage of tonight and stop by the M&T table to learn more about the resources available to you. All right, up next, I'd like to introduce Laura Flam, Program Management Supervisor in Impact Spending at Kaiser Permanente.
Yes, Laura. Good evening, everyone. I am so proud to be here. I'm proud that Kaiser could be a sponsor, partially because I am a proud Baltimorean. It is so good to have this event in our city here tonight. I am also a proud employee of Kaiser Permanente. At Kaiser Permanente, we know that health is about so much more than happens in the 4 walls of your doctor's office. It's about those community conditions where we live. It's about having access to affordable housing, about having good food in our neighborhoods, and about having an equitable and robust economy for everybody. That's why Kaiser Permanente is dedicated to supporting diverse and small businesses. You heard a little bit about how deep we roll with the ICCC program. We actually have sponsored 10 cohorts just in the Baltimore and DC regions since 2017. And I'm so glad that so many of you continue to be connected. Kaiser Permanente doesn't just support small and diverse businesses through our philanthropic work, we also do it just through our business operations every day. Last year, we spent $3.25 billion with businesses that were owned by people of color, women, people with disabilities, queer folks, veterans, and more. And 129 million of that was businesses right here in this region. We also are dedicated to supporting diverse businesses through our treasury, right? So we have impact investing with diverse businesses, and we're looking to do so much more with so many more in this room. So congratulations to everybody here for where you are in your entrepreneurial journey. As everybody has said, connections are key, so please connect with each other. And also please come over to the Kaiser Permanente table. I've got some resources, not as nice as M&T. But I've got some.
Next to it. You can grab any of our swag.
You can get M&T's swag while you come to my table and get information about additional resources that we sponsor on the national level, as well as information about how to do business with Kaiser Permanente. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Laura. I actually just texted our marketing and communications team at ICIC because the banners that M&T and Kaiser brought are putting ours to shame, so we gotta get some bigger banners. All right, so I'm gonna pass it off to my colleague Vanna Findley to introduce our next speaker.
Hello, my name is Ivana Findley and I am a program coordinator here on the ICANN team. It is my pleasure to introduce Ian Marriott, CEO of IGM Innovative Solutions. Ian is a superstar ICIC alum. He has been part of the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program, the Inner City Capital Connections program, the Building for Growth program, and he's a two-time IC 100 award winner. He also plays an integral role in the Alumni Steering Committee and has played a huge part in helping plan the DC and Baltimore events for the past 2 years. We are grateful for Ian's dedication and support to ICIC and look forward to our continued partnership together. Please join me in welcoming Ian Marriott.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ian Marriott, CEO of IGM Innovative Solutions. I'm honored to be here today to share my journey with you. My journey starts with a humble beginning. Before I ever stepped foot on this country, I'm a proud immigrant from Jamaica. A place where I grew up, surrounded by people of all educational backgrounds who had two things in common. They worked hard, and owning a business was key. Among them was my father, who was a structural engineer, and he played a pivotal part in Jamaica. If you've ever been to Jamaica, a lot of the structures that you see was by his engineering. All right, so that taught me a lot. You know, I'm currently an engineer myself. All right, so among them was my father, a structural engineer who showed me the value of resilience, entrepreneurship. So when I came to the United States as a teenager, I already knew two things. I was going to work hard, and I was going to have my own business. I explored different trades, auto mechanics, plumbing, but electrical engineering struck a nerve with me. I worked my way up through various companies, eventually becoming a lead engineer. I could have stopped there, but I am Jamaican. I remember those two lessons: work hard and have your own business. Today, I'm the proud CEO of IGM Innovative Solutions. a commercial and electrical contracting service group. But the path wasn't without its challenges. I've been in leadership positions since the age of 19. Sometimes with crew members twice my age, it was not easy, especially when I didn't receive the respect I deserved. I remember one company where they gave me the employees no one else wanted. Instead of being discouraged, I took it as an opportunity to prove myself and turn these employees around. Into assets for the company. I gained their respect, and when I left that company, 90% of those employees became leaders of that company. That, to me, was a testament of my effective leadership. Through all of this, I've learned that success is not just about making money, it's about integrity, it's about treating people with respect, fairness, and above all, values, and putting them into action. Your customers and employees will notice and they will respect you for it. IGM was founded in 2013 as a one-person company, and you're looking at it. I did consultation and inspections. It grew from there. Going to customers, they asked me, can you do installation? Can you do this? Can you do that? Thought about it for a little bit, and I said, why not? So it grew from one person, and I hired my first employee in 2014, a year later. Today, I came up to 30 employees. I've celebrated, well, we're celebrating our 11th year in business this year. With programs like the 10KSB program, Inner City Capital Connections, and the IC100 have been instrumental in my growth. These opportunities help me to learn not just to work in my business, but on it. They provided valuable insight into business growth and leadership, connecting me with community of like-minded entrepreneurs. The key thing is, I took away from that is, sometimes you may be losing sleep at night running your business, and you think you're the only one up. If you can go to the sky and then realize like other entrepreneurs are up just like you, it makes it a lot easier. So also as a father of 7 daughters, I'm not done. 7 daughters, 7 grandsons. Right? I've learned that the reminder of my legacy is not just business that I've built. I've built the values and lessons that I can pass down to generations. And that's very important. Sometimes you got to realize it's not just about you, right? Even though it might be a one-person business or whatever the case may be, giving back and also giving to a community and engaging the community, especially where you came from, so that next generation can learn from you is very important. And that's a little bit of story about me and business. I thank you for listening, and thank you guys for coming out tonight.
Thank you so much, Ian, for sharing your story. It really takes a village, and we are so lucky, Ian, to have you in ours. All right, so I am now going to pass the mic over to Greg Smith to introduce our next speaker.
That was really powerful. Wow, I stopped. $7. I have 2 and no grandkids yet. Thank goodness. But no, it's a very inspiring story, and you've definitely built a legacy. That's incredible. So another round of applause for Ian. Awesome job.
So I have the pleasure of introducing Andrea England of the Business Connect. I got a chance to talk with her. Was it 2021 that you went through the accelerator program?
Yeah.
Yeah, so talk about a connector in the community and her work, not only with her business, but with the city. She is the master connector here in Baltimore City. So Andrea, would you like to come up and speak to the crowd here?
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I didn't really prepare anything because Jim asked me to come speak, and he said it would be a small event. Actually, a bigger event. This is my first time actually ever speaking at a large event like this. And when I first joined the program, I was in business maybe for 4 or 5 years. It was my second career. My first career, I was a paralegal and a federal investigator. I resigned from my federal government job mid-COVID because I didn't like it. I didn't want to sit at a computer. I felt it was more that I could do. I had an assisted living that I owned and operated at 22. So I wrote a lot of business plans, and I was just like, maybe I should do consulting because I'm actually good at it. I went to a celebrity hairstylist. She worked with the Braxtons, and she wanted me to oversee different contracts for her, and I'm just like, I don't know what to charge. So went on Google University, tried to see what do consultants charge, what should I charge as a consultant, because I didn't know. Which led me to, hey, I need to learn more about business. I need to enroll in different cohorts. So I went to a cohort and said, become MBE certified, and it was about construction. So I was just explaining today, I went through, a wrong cohort. It was about construction. I had no clue how I got there. I do not do construction. I have a consulting and marketing firm. So I went to 0 to 100 with Jim. It was a great program, literally great connections. Like everyone said already, relationships. Relationships is power. Went through that program. Jim said, you're really good, but nobody know you. So you need to get out more. So I'm just like, how do I need to get out more? Like people should just know that I'm great. So I have all these different things going on. I opened my consulting and marketing firm, and then that led me to open my second one within 7 months. I was super aggressive in helping entrepreneurs start, develop, and market their business. Since COVID, I've helped over 400 entrepreneurs with their business. So back to getting outside. So, that's what I call it. Jim said, I don't know anyone. So now I'm on a different networking events actually like this. I became the chair of the Baltimore City Chamber of Commerce Women's Leadership Committee. That led me to a lot of different opportunities. I actually accomplished my lifelong goal of becoming a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Yes, I attended the Leadership Baltimore County, which is a great, cohort. Like I said, the cohorts, ICIC, MNT, 0 to 100, they're great cohorts. And now today, that led me to my position of working in the mayor's office. So now I'm able to amplify my business development efforts. I'm able to help small business owners from the mayor's office. So I'm here to help you all, any small business owners. If you're looking to come to a Main Street, I'm actually the program coordinator. So I actually work with Myra. We have in the Sinbad office, I work with Paul Taylor and Charlene Nader, and we oversee the 9 Main Streets. I oversee the newest, Park Heights Renaissance, and that's the largest urban revitalization Main Street that there is in Baltimore. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Wow, you might be the most well-connected person in this room. All right. So before I let you get back to the networking, I want to thank a very important final group here. That is my colleagues and team members at ICIC who are in attendance today. I'd like to first call out Steve Lamar, who is the director of our Building for Growth program for construction contractors. If you are in construction and you are interested in industry-specific programming, please talk to Steve.
Despite the jokes,
Next, I'd like to thank my colleague Stephanie Dela Cruz, our Deputy Director of the Inner City Capital Connections Program, of which I know many of you are graduates of, and her colleague Jared Jones. I'd like to thank Elizabeth Urana, our Development Manager. And by the way, you will notice right outside the door is a table with information about our Why I Give campaign. This year, ICIC turns 30 years old, and to celebrate that, we have launched the Why I Give Alumni Fund, which aims to empower our network of alums to support ICIC's continued growth and impact. So if you are an alum and you're interested in giving back to ICIC, there's information on how to do that right at the table outside, and also encourage you to connect with Elizabeth. Last but not least, I would like to thank my colleague Vanna Findley. Anyone who has ever planned an event knows that it is hard. It's very hard. There's always so much that goes on behind the scenes, and Vanna has kept all the plates spinning, so I just want to recognize her for the tremendous amount of work that she put into planning this event. Thank you, Vanna. All right, now final thing before we let you get back to the networking, we are hosting a very fun giveaway at the end of the night. So if you have not entered that giveaway yet, please do. You do not want to miss it. There's a table outside where you can write your name down and put it into the box. But we're going to be giving away some pretty awesome things, especially if you are a Baltimore Ravens fan. That's all I'll say. So yes, enjoy, get your name in the giveaway box. Eat, drink, mingle. Thank you so much for coming out tonight.